A former same EEA secretary that you probably worked with in the Weld administration, Sue Tierney, produced a report for the power generators saying that not only was your hydro bill unnecessary, but that it would add $777 million a year onto ratepayers' bills if you lock them in for long-term contracts. Is she wrong, or are you willing to pay a premium for clean hydro?
Well, I would argue that the capacity, you can always find a market at which you can buy capacity, okay? The question is what price you're going to pay for it. And by the way, you also don't get any solution at all in your environmental issues if you pursue a solution similar to the one that was in that report. That would basically mean exactly what Bruce just asked a question about and what Matt responded to, which is that we're going to be basically natural gas across New England for pretty much everything forever, and at the mercy of whatever the world market price might be at a particular point in time. We can speculate about what the world market price might be over the course of the next 15 years. Me, I would rather create some certainty around this by engaging in a contractual process long-term with carbon neutral alternatives like hydro and wind, onshore and offshore, as a preferred alternative to simply throwing ourselves at the mercy of the world natural gas market. I think that comes with tremendous environmental and economic risks, and they're ones I'm not willing to bear on the backs of the Massachusetts ratepayers. And by the way, the rest of New England would have an issue with that as well. I mean, remember, we're playing on one grid here in New England, and if you talk to the rest of the governors around the New England region, the rest of the governors very much want predictability and some degree of certainty around both supply, carbon footprint, and reliability, and price. And they are very interested in seeing us secure some solution that involves a pretty big chunk of hydro, because they believe that's carbon neutral, competitively priced, and predictable and reliable on a go-forward basis. If you want to play the game on the world market with no predictability around price and no reliability and a purely fossil-based solution, okay, but that's certainly not the one that we believe is the right one for either Massachusetts or New England, and neither do the rest of the governors.